Another day, another huge win for crypto, and this time it's coming from the UK. The country's top financial watchdog has just dropped a bombshell. The ban on crypto ETNs is gone. Some experts are saying that this could be the biggest shift in the UK's financial markets since the Big Bang of 1986, which was an event that turned London into one of the most important financial hubs on Earth. The question is, will it do the same for crypto? And if it does, which coins could see the biggest gains? Let's unpack it all. The UK's Financial Conduct Authority, or the FCA, has officially lifted its ban on crypto exchange traded notes, or ETNs. Now, that might sound like just another boring regulatory update, but make no mistake, this is massive. And Russell Barlow, who is the CEO of 21 Shares, told the Financial Times that this is extremely significant and it could be the first step in a seismic shift in UK financial markets. Now, that's a big statement, and then he doubled down, saying it could be as big as the Big Bang of 1986. Now, if you were not around for it, the 1986 Big Bang wasn't an explosion, at least not in the literal kind, but it was a sweeping deregulation of London's financial markets under then Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher, and overnight it basically removed the old separation between jobbers and brokers. It scrapped fixed commission charges and it introduced electronic trading. And the result of this was that London's financial markets exploded in size and activity, attracting global investment and transforming the city into the Wall Street of Europe. And so Barlow's point here is clear. If lifting the ETN ban has even a fraction of that impact on crypto, we're in for a wild ride. Here's why this isn't just another small policy tweak, because you're going to have mainstream access. For the first time, retail investors in the UK can trade crypto ETNs directly through regulated markets like the London Stock Exchange. We're going to have a legitimacy boost because crypto is now sitting on the same table as traditional investment products, and that changes perception. There's also an institutional green light. Big banks and asset managers now have more reason and more regulatory clarity to create crypto-linked products. There's also going to be fresh capital inflow because more products mean more money entering the space, which can increase liquidity and drive prices higher. So this is the UK saying, okay, crypto, you're officially invited to the big leagues. So let's break down exactly what a crypto ETN is, because this is where many people get confused. An ETN, or exchange traded note, is basically a type of debt security that tracks the price of an underlying asset, in this case cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin or Ethereum, and there is a difference, and a key difference between an ETN and an ETF, and that is that ETFs hold the actual asset. ETNs do not. They just basically promise to pay you based on the asset's performance. ETFs can sometimes be redeemed for the asset itself or even for cash, whereas ETNs are always cash settled when they mature. So an ETN is a way for investors to kind of bet on crypto prices, or speculate is probably a more accurate word, without having to deal with wallets, exchanges or private keys, all under the protection of a regulated market. And for a lot of traditional investors, that's exactly the kind of safety net that they've been waiting for. And if you've been following this channel or crypto regulation in the UK, then this move is even more surprising, because just a few years ago, the FCA was openly skeptical, warning retail investors about the risks of crypto and even outright banning certain investment products. But now we're seeing more crypto-friendly language from regulators, a willingness to integrate digital assets into the broader financial ecosystem, and the creation of pathways for traditional finance to meet crypto. And so I really do think that this is a pivotal moment, not just for crypto investors, but for how the UK sees itself in the global race for digital asset dominance. And the market did not take long to react. The announcement came on August the 2nd, and by the very next day, Bitcoin was up 2.3%. And since then, it's been on a steady climb, now trading above $117,000 with a market cap of $2.31 trillion. And it's not just Bitcoin. Ethereum, Solana, and other major assets have been seeing increased interest. Why? Well, because this move signals that crypto is becoming too big to ignore in major economies, and that confidence can drive new money into the market. And this ETN ban removal can also have a kind of a domino effect, because we're going to see more regulated crypto products in the UK, other countries potentially following suit, and also increased pressure on the EU and the US to stay competitive in crypto-friendly regulation. And here's where it gets exciting, because in 1986, the Big Bang didn't just change London, it actually set off a global wave of financial market modernization. And so if history rhymes, then we might see the same thing again with crypto adoption. And while Bitcoin is the obvious winner in the short term, it is the granddaddy of crypto, the real long-term gains can come from coins like Ethereum, because most ETNs will likely cover Bitcoin and ETH first, and ETH's ecosystem benefits massively from increased institutional exposure. There's also Solana, which is known for its speed and its low fees. That could also become a top pick for next generation ETN products. Layer 2 tokens like Polygon, Matic. If institutions start exploring DeFi linked ETNs, then these networks could see big demand. And other regulatory friendly projects, coins and tokens that have avoided major SEC or FCA scrutiny, could be early beneficiaries. So here's the bottom line. The UK just opened the floodgates for retail investors to get regulated crypto exposure, and it's a signal, loud and clear, that crypto is moving into the financial mainstream. And if this is the UK's crypto big bang, then the next few years could see a complete reshaping of how everyday people invest in digital assets. Now, I'm going to do a deep dive into my top crypto picks for this new ETN era in one of my next few videos, so make sure that you're subscribed and have notifications turned on. And if you want to rep your love for Bitcoin, Ethereum, or just the chaos of crypto regulation, check out the Enter Crypto merch shop below the video. I've got designs there that even the FCA couldn't ban. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.